everybody, it's Wendy, and today we are going to do a little tutorial using some pearls, some rhinestone spacers, some shamballa beads, and a few other components. Now, I ordered these from ARRICRAFT, and they contacted me and asked me if I would like to try some of their products, and of course I said yes, I would love to. And so I ordered a few things, and I am going to make a necklace out of some of the items that I ordered. Now, I will provide links to all these items in the description box below, as well as a coupon code that you can use if you would like to order the same products from beebcraft.com. So let's get started. I'll show you exactly what we're going to need to make this necklace. Okay, first of all, you're going to need some pearls. I ordered both of these containers from ARRICRAFT. This one has several different sizes. It's got 4mm, 6, 8, and 10 millimeter, all these pearls in here. And then this one has just 8 millimeters, but in coordinating colors. And so both of these, this has 200 pieces in it, and both of those came from ARRICRAFT. And then you're going to need some rhinestone spacers, and these as well came from ARRICRAFT in a huge package of a big bunch of variety, 500 pieces of these. And I did an unboxing video of where I opened the products that I ordered, so I will link that in the description box below as well. And if you're interested in ordering these products, then you can order the same things. So you're going to need those, some rhinestone spacers, rondelle spacers, or whatever they're called. You're going to need 2 clamshells. Now, I got the clamshells from budgetbeadbox.com. You're going to need a length of Coriana chain, which I also got from budgetbeadbox.com. You're going to need a clasp, and I'm using a lobster clasp today, and I don't know where that came from. You're going to need 4 tiny crimp beads to put on your Coriana chain. So there's my 4 crimp beads that also came from budgetbeadbox.com. And you're going to need 2 crimp bead covers if you want to get fancy. If you don't want to get fancy, you don't have to have them. They're optional, but I like to use them. You're going to need a small length of chain for your extender if you like to do an extender on your necklaces. If you don't, it's no big deal, but I always do. You're going to need 1.5 tons of head pins. So on some of my dangles, I used these fancy head pins. If you can see, it's got like an end on it, and I believe I got these from budgetbeadbox.com. On some of my dangles, I used, let me find it, the head pin with the little ball on the tip, which also came from budgetbeadbox.com. And these head pins also came from budgetbeadbox.com, and they're just regular head pins. But you're going to need a lot of head pins. And then you're going to need a bunch of jump rings in different sizes, in whatever metal you're choosing to do your necklace out of. So I'm obviously going with silver, so you're just going to need a bunch of jump rings. And again, budgetbeadbox.com has these as well, and so does ARRICRAFT. So, but I did not order the ARRICRAFT ones. These came from Budget Beadbox. Alright, so let's get started. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our Coriana chain, and believe it or not, we are going to string on a bunch of jump rings. So, okay, well, the first thing you're going to do, actually, let me go back a step. I've gotten ahead of myself. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to have to make bead dangles. Tons and tons of bead dangles. So let me show you how that I create a bead dangle. And then I'm going to let you go create all of your bead dangles, and then we're going to come back and do the rest of this video. So I take the pearl, I take a head pin, and you can use bead caps on these if you'd like. You can use the rhinestone spacers. You can really do anything you want with these, but I am keeping mine, a little bit plain just because I don't know, I just don't want to add a whole lot. I want to keep it kind of simple and classy. So what you're going to do is you're going to insert your head pin into your pearl. Then I come up about, I don't know, 1/4 inch from the pearl, take my chain nose pliers, bend it at a 90-degree angle. Okay? Then I come out about, I don't know, 3/4 inch maybe a 1/2 inch maybe, and I cut it off. I'm not real scientific about this, but that's just how I do it. Then I take my round nose pliers and I'm going to roll back just like this and create a loop. And there you have it. Now, you want to make sure that your loop is closed. So sometimes I need to take my chain nose pliers and make sure that it's closed up. You do not need to leave your loops open for this at all. They need to be closed up, and they need to be closed up really good. So here's what you got. Okay, so go make about 100 of those. No, maybe not 100. I don't know how many I have here. It depends on how full you want your necklace to be. I probably do have 50 or 60 here. So go make your bead dangles and come back, and we'll continue on with the next step. So the next step is to take your Coriana chain, and what we're going to do is we're going to load our rhinestone spacers, our jump rings, and all of our bead dangles on this Coriana chain in random fashion. There is no right or wrong way to do it. You're just going to load them all on. So I've got a few 10mm pearls here, so I'm going to start with one of those and just string them on. Okay, then I might use a spacer here and 4 or 5 jump rings. The look that you're going for in this necklace is just a big conglomeration of stuff. It really turns out looking cool, but you can't be scientific about it. It has to be very, very random, and even what I would describe as a little messy. So we are going to take a couple of jump rings and open them up, because I don't want it to be all the same length. I want the necklace to have a little length to it. So I am going to put some of the bead dangles on a jump ring before I load them on. Okay, just because, see, when you hold it up here, it's going to give it a little bit of a length. Okay, and I'm going to put on another bead dangle here. This is why you want to make sure all your loops are closed. You don't want your loops to be open for this. And then I'm going to take, whoops, oh my gosh, I am so sorry. Hurricane or earthquake. Sorry, I totally hit the camera. Okay, so this time I'm going to take 2 jump rings, a smaller one and a bigger one, and I'm going to go ahead and load a bead dangle onto that. I may even put 2 on there. So I have created dangles with all the sizes of pearls. There's 10mm, 4mm, 6mm, and 8mm. I've used all different colors and just made them very random. And see how it's going to kind of clump together. And it's just really cool when you get it done. So I'm going to put another spacer, rhinestone spacer, and a couple more jump rings. And I know some people are probably like gasping, thinking, oh my gosh, you're wasting so many jump rings. But you know what? Jump rings are very inexpensive, and this is a cool design element in this necklace. So it's worth it to me. And this necklace is actually a gift for somebody, so I want to make it really cool. I want her to like it. So just putting some jump rings on there. Some of the rondelle spacers. Let's do a medium-sized one here. And this package that came from ARRICRAFT was really cool of these spacers. It had tons of just different sizes. It has wavy ones, it has the straight ones, it's got all different colors. Yeah, it was a really, really cool multi-pack. Okay, now this is a Shambhala bead. If you can see that silver bead there, I also got them from ARRICRAFT. And I need something hanging down right there, so I'm going to use this big bead right here. I'm going to stick him on a jump ring. And I'm going to put him right here. Okay, so then when I pick it up, see how he hangs down and evens it back out. So this is what you're going to do the whole length of this this necklace, however big you want it to be. Now I want mine to be really full and pretty, and just, you know, I just want it to be really full. So let me add a couple more jump rings here. They're all kind of tangled together. And then I'm going to take a bigger jump ring and I'm going to add a couple of dangles on it. Let's see, what color do I need? Probably could use some of the couple of these lighter ones. Let's add 2. I think I might even add 3. I'm going to add one of the smaller, the 6mm. Okay, then I'm going to take this and put it right on here. You want to make sure all of your jump rings are closed up really good because you don't want them like falling off. And if I can scoot some of this stuff out of the way, I'll show you what it looks like so far. And there it is. It makes a really, really cool necklace here in a minute. So I'm going to put, let's do a silver bead directly onto the wire, onto the Coriana. Okay. And then let's do a couple more, and I think I might even take this guy and put him on a jump ring right here, like this. You kind of want to space out the big ones because they do show up quite a bit, just because they're bigger, so I try to space them out a little bit. Let's do this guy. See, he's got the fancy, he's on the fancy head pin, and I ran out of those or I would have done way more. I thought they were really kind of cute. And there you have it. It's all bunched up and cool looking. Let's add another couple of rhinestone spacers. Now, you can take your beads even. You have to kind of fiddle with these glass pearls because some of them will do it and some of them won't. But if you can find one that will go on your Coriana chain, this one's not wanting to. Sometimes if you go to the other end. If you can find one that'll go on here, you can even put them directly on the chain and space some of your beads out like that. But it's too much trouble. They don't want to go on there, and I don't really want to sit and try to make them, so I'm just going to keep on what I'm doing. Let's see. Let's do I have any of these little guys on there yet? I don't. So let's put one of him on. This is the little 4mm. And another chocolate colored one. Okay. And I think I'll do another 4mm. Okay, a couple jump rings. Let's get some of the smaller ones on here. And a couple spacers. Okay, and then I'm going to take a couple of jump rings again, put them together, and put a couple on there. Let's go with one of these cream colored ones. I thought these colors were so pretty together too. Just classy looking colors, these creams and browns, and yeah, it's a very cool necklace. Sadie is snoring behind me on the bed. She sounds like a grown person. Wish I could sleep that good. Alright, let's put another of those. Let's do this guy here. Another little 4mm. That one I made using a spacer in the middle. I didn't do a whole bunch of those, but I did do a couple there, just different ones like that. Tried to give it a little variation. Let's go ahead. I'm going to put 3 on this jump ring. Put it on here. Close it up. And see, it just ends up being like a conglomeration of just cool pearls and jump rings, and it's really kind of neat. I think I do want to try to put one of these on as a spacer. So let me see if I can find a pearl that I can get on this Coriana chain. Some of them go on real easy, some of them don't. I think this one probably will, because it looks like it has a big enough hole, if I can hang on to it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're just going to put him directly on the chain, right like that, and I'll do one on the other side. Okay, get on there. This is the whole one. This one's not going to be big enough. Obviously they do have different size holes because, or maybe just the paint, you know, from the coating gets in there on one and not on the other a little bit better. I don't know, but okay, let's do a dark one. Do another dark one. I think that is so cool looking. I just love it. Okay, let's do a couple jump rings. Get some of these small ones on here. A spacer. I am just doing it at random. I mean, there's really no right or wrong way to do it. You just have fun. Just design, have fun, enjoy yourself. This necklace can just be, just do whatever you want with it. Okay, I think I might put another bead on the chain. And I'm sorry if this goes a little long. It's hard for me to make a tutorial video short. It's just too hard. I did do all the bead dangles off camera for you, so you didn't have to sit and watch me make 500 bead dangles. But it's just too hard to make short tutorials. It just doesn't, you know, I don't know. I like to take my time and make it look good, and when you're trying to rush through, you can't do that. So let's put a grouping on here, right here. That's good. Do another rhinestone spacer. And a couple little 4mm. I haven't been putting these guys on here very much. Whoops, that one fell right off. Oh my goodness, get on there. Okay. I just love this. I think it's so cute. Alright, I'm going to do... Okay, I think it's time for a big one. Let's put it on a jump ring. And do a little bit of a cluster here. Whoops, that one's not on a... Here we go. Stick it on there. Okay. Let's see. It's just a big mess, but I love it. I think it's such a cool mess. Yep. And where you put the pearls directly on the chain, they do kind of create a spacing element, so that's kind of why I'm trying to do it. It kind of helps it to space things out so they just don't jumble right in the middle. I mean, you kind of want them to lay out a little bit, but I still want them all, I still kind of want them crammed up in the middle. Okay, that one's not going to work. Maybe one of my bigger ones would work. Let's try this 10mm. Yeah, there we go. Okay, we'll do another one on this side. And I love the Coriana chain so much for all this stuff. It's just, I mean, just being able to bead right on it is so nice. And no, every bead won't go, but a lot of them will. And I think this Coriana chain that I've got right here, I'm not positive, I think it might be one of the thicker ones, so I think you can actually even get it thinner than this one. But now I can't find one to go on this side. These pearls, even the big ones aren't wanting to go on that side. Let's see here. Come on. There's one that should. It looks big enough. Oh my goodness, maybe not. Come on. Okay, well, maybe we won't be putting another pearl over on this side. Actually, it needs it to give it some balance. Surely one of these will work. Come on. Okay, this one looks like it will. Okay, there we go. Ooh, I was getting worried there. Alright. Okay, so here's what we've got. Now, these are the Shambhala beads, and I think these are so pretty. I think they're called Shambhala beads. Somebody called them that, but I know there's also Shambhala bracelets. Maybe they use these beads. I don't know. But they're very pretty and sparkly. They make for really pretty sparkle element. Okay, I'm going to use another jump ring, do a dangle here. Might do one of the Shambhala beads on the dangle. That'd be kind of cool. Put it right on here. And I know I'm closing these jump rings with my fingers, but I am making sure that they're closed really good when I do that. I know people are like gasping, oh my gosh, you closed that with your fingers. But these jump rings are really, they're very thin. They're not real thick and hard to open or close, or I would not do that. But normally I would not do that. I'd make sure they were closed with the plier. But these are pretty thin jump rings. They're easy to manipulate. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. It's looking pretty. I'm going to go a little bit longer, and I need to pull this down because it's uneven, but there we go. Yeah, you might want to try to keep your Coriana chain even on both sides, because if it gets uneven and you get too many beads on here, it's kind of hard to pull it down. You can, but you just have to be careful because you don't want to break your chain. Putting on a few more jump rings on this side. We'll do a few more on this side. You could also use like daisy spacers for this. I just thought the jump ring element was kind of cool, just because they're all different sizes, and I don't know, I just thought they looked kind of cool. They almost look like chain on there. Okay, let's do another dangle. And as you can see, I'm putting a lot of beads on here. I have made tons of these little dangles. And I want it to be really full and pretty. So let's do this one on this side. I'll do another one on the other side. And like I said, it does not have to match. I'm not, you know, making the sides match at all. I'm just kind of trying to do the same general thing on both sides. Like if I do a dangle on one side, I'm trying to do a dangle on the other, but I'm not even making sure the beads match on the dangles. It's just very random. But if I put a bead on the chain on one side, then I'm trying to put a bead on the chain on the other side, just to kind of, I don't know, I kind of want to keep it a little bit even. I'm going to try this chain thing again, but it's not working very good for me. That side went on easy. Let's see if I can find one. This side seems to be the hard side. I don't know why. Okay, that time it worked out great. Okay, so there's what we've got. Really cool. I'll do a couple more. These rondelle. I know they're not. They're rhinestone spacers. I don't know why I call them rondelles. It's weird. Do a couple more of them on each side. And again, I'm not even make sure I'm getting the same sizes, I'm just doing them. Okay, let's do another dangle. Let's see. Okay, here it is. Let's put it up on here. One more for the other side. Here we go. Let's do this one. Whoops, that one fell off. Oh, it fell off again. Doesn't want to go. It fell off again. Is my thing not closed? It's closed. Oh my goodness. It just doesn't want to go on this. Why is that doing that? Why does that keep falling off of there? I'm determined now. It's not going to beat me. Okay, there we go. I won. Alright. So, that's looking pretty good. I may add just a couple more things to each side. Let me add a few more jump rings, like this. A few more jump rings here. On that side, a few more on this other side. And again, there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just sticking them on there. I'm getting to where I can't get them on there now. There we go. Okay, and one more bead dangle on each side, and I think we'll be about done. So I'm going to do the shambala bead because it's sparkly and pretty. We'll do this guy. What other color do I need? Yeah, we'll do this. And maybe one of the little 4mm guys. Okay. Get it on there. One on the other side. Do I have another shambala? I don't even have another shambala to make that even, so it doesn't matter though. It really doesn't. It looks so random when you get it done that it doesn't really matter. Okay. Let's put this on this side of the Coriana. Okay, now, so what you've got is a bunch of really cool dangly pearls, and what you want to do now is you want to take a look at this, and I'm trying to just kind of get some of my stuff out of the way so we can lay it out. You want to take a look at it and see if there's any place that you feel like could use something more. Like right here to me looks not as full as the rest of this for some reason. So I think I'm going to add another dangle in right there. Let me just create one here really quickly. For some reason that side just didn't look as full. So let me just put several together here. On a dangle, I don't really want the same. Okay. And then, where was it? Like right here. I think I'm just going to stick it right in here. Okay, now, that looks a little bit better. Okay, I think I might even put something like right here in between these jump rings. Looks a little sparse for some reason. I'm going to do 2 jump rings together for this one. And just add in a little bit more. It just seemed a little, let's do a chocolate brown one. Yeah, right here it needed it, I think. Okay, close it up. Okay, now that I think is looking pretty good. Okay, you can kind of spread it a little bit if you want to. Now, what you need to do, you need to make sure that your 2 ends of the Coriana are even. So hold them up, kind of scoot your stuff around a little bit if it needs to, and it will slide on the chain. Just you have to do it bit by bit, and be careful, don't break your chain. Okay, and once you've got it to where it's pretty much even, let me check it again here. Yeah, see, mine are, that's got a gap there, so maybe I need to pull that one up just a tad more. I just want it to be even in the middle because I'm going to crimp it. Okay, that's looking pretty good. Okay, so now, you don't have to do this if you don't want to. If you want it to be able to have movement and kind of slide around on your chain, you can leave it. I want to crimp mine because I like to just kind of trap it in there so it's not flying around. So I'm going to put a crimp bead on my Coriana chain here, just like this. Let him slide down and do the same on the other side. Now, one thing to note, some of your jump rings and stuff might kind of slide over your crimp bead. It's not a big deal if some of this stuff slides around over top of it. What you can do to combat that, though, if you don't want it to do that, I just lost my crimp bead. Where'd he go? He slid way up under there. So maybe I should do the other thing. Okay, you can take one of your pearls, if you can find one with a hole that will slide over your Coriana chain, and you can go ahead and just add a pearl on there. So this one looks like maybe it will go. So I'm going to put that one on that side, And then I'll probably try to put the same color on the other side just because, oh, this side of the Coriana I think is fatter than the other side or something. There we go. It's gonna go though. Maybe. Come on. Okay. Alright, so I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna put a bead on each side and then I'm gonna go ahead and slide on my crimp bead. And that'll keep it from sliding over your jump rings and stuff, sliding over your crimp bead. Now see, there he is. So let's put one on each side, just like this. Put one on this side. Probably should have my glasses on. That might be one of my problems at the moment. Okay. And the fact that I keep knocking the camera, making y'all seasick. Okay. So now you don't want it to be super duper tight, okay? Give it just a little bit of room to move. But yeah, I mean, you want it to kind of be down there where it needs to be, but yet you don't want it to be so tight that it's like wedged together and won't move at all. So give it about, I don't know, a ½ an inch there or so, and then just crimp your bead down real tight. And do that on both ends. Give it just a little bit of movement space and then crimp your bead down. Okay, and then this is what I got my crimp bead covers out for. I like to put a cover on it. I just like to cover that crimp bead. So I'm just going to take my crimp bead cover, put him right over top of my crimp bead. If he'll go, this never works for me very easily for some reason. I always have trouble with crimp bead covers. And so is it on there? It's on the crimp bead. Alright, it's on there. And then just gently close it up. And see, just looks like another bead on your chain. So that's why I like to do it. It just makes it a little more finished looking. Same thing on the other side. Slide him right over top and just gently close him up. It's like a little Pac-Man right over top of your bead. And there you have it. So it's a very cute little necklace. It's original, it's different, not everybody's gonna have it with all this craziness on there. And so now we're gonna finish the ends of the Coriana chain, and I don't think that I mentioned having E6000, but I do like to have E6000 to cover my clamshells. I know everybody doesn't think that you need it, and it's fine if you don't want to use it, but it makes me feel more secure. And since I'm giving this away as a gift, I really, really want it to be, you know, secure in there. So grab your crimp beads, and I apparently have lost one crimp bead floating here somewhere, anywhere. Guess I'll have to grab another one until I find this one later. But grab your crimp bead and your clamshell. Now I can't find any of my crimp beads. This always happens when I'm on camera. Why? I think I'm so prepared. Yeah, my entire thing of crimp beads are gone. I swear I just had them. I had to have. Okay, wait, maybe they're in here. Alright. Yeah, I'm not as organized as I think I am, guys. I'm just not ever in life as organized as I think I am. I think I'm so organized at these craft shows, like I go and I've got everything all put together and I think I'm so organized, and then I get there and something inevitably falls apart. So, but that's life. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to take your little clamshell. You are going to insert it onto one end of your Coriana chain. Then you are going to take your little crimp bead and insert it onto one end of your Coriana chain. Just leaving a teeny tiny little bit. Scoot it way up. Okay, so now really you don't want very much hanging out of there. You can trim it off, but you don't want to waste a bunch of your chain. So get it up there and take your pliers. It's good if you have needle nose pliers for this. I apparently do not. Whoop, and so my crimp bead falls off. Okay. This is the way my life has gone today. At work, I dropped literally everything I picked up. So I'm going to show you the easier way to do this. Put your crimp bead on like this. Make sure your clamshell's on there, but don't worry about scooting it to the top. And just go ahead and crimp your bead. That's the easiest way. Now, you can scoot your clamshell to the top. Take your E6000. Put a little inside there. Now, trust me, when this E6000 dries, this thing will never come apart. Unless, I mean, you'd really have to force it to come apart. So, get your excess glue off. Just close your clamshell up there with your little bead and glue and everything all inside. Then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. We're going to take our little clamshell, stick the chain right through there, put our little crimp bead on, just like this. Scoot him up to the end, crimp him closed really good. E6000 him, just like this. Clamshell up and over, and close it up. Perfect. Okay, so then you got your ends looking like this. So now you need a fairly large ring for your lobster to close up in. I'm going to put that on this side. Doesn't matter which side you put it on, but I'm going to stick it right here. Then I'm going to put my little extender chain on the end on there. Okay, close it up. Make sure it's closed really good. Take a small jump ring, open it up, put your lobster on it, put it on this side, close it up. Okay, and then I always do a little bead dangle, and apparently I attached my bead dangle that I made for the thing to my necklace. There it is. So I'm just going to stick a little bead dangle on there. So I will take a jump ring, I will open it up, and I will put my little bead dangle on here and on the end of the extender. And there you have it. You have a really, really cute and original, just very unique little necklace. I think it's kind of classy looking in a way and funky in another way. And let me move the C6000 out of the way and all this other stuff, and I will lay it where you can see it. So there it is. It's just a funky little, fun little necklace, I think. And yeah, it's classy because it's got the pearls and it's got the silver, and yeah, just a really, really cute little piece of jewelry. So there you have it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I'm sorry for my craziness. I know I get a little crazy on here and just act stupid sometimes, but I really do enjoy spending the time with you all. A lot of you have become friends to me, and I really enjoy it. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. Like and subscribe, and tell your friends about it if you think anybody would be interested in it. Here's my information. I will be uploading everything I have left after this Saturday's craft show to my website, so there's going to be all kinds of stuff up there, and I'm going to start working on my Etsy store too, which I've done absolutely nothing with, so don't go there. There's nothing there. Don't go to the website either right now, because some of the stuff that's up there sold at the last jewelry show. So yeah, if you buy something, I actually may not have it. But yeah, after this next weekend, I am going to really focus on the website, and everything will be current, and yeah, so I'll let you know when that happens. But yeah, you guys have a great rest of the evening. Remember, these are products from bbcraft.com. I will put the links in the description bar below, and a link to their website, and also a coupon code that can save you a little bit of money if you want to order these same products or whatever else you might want to order. They have tons of stuff on their website. So yeah, visit them, bbcraft.com, and yeah, try your hand at making this necklace. It's really fun, really easy, and really, I think it turns out really, really cute. So you guys have a great rest of the evening, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!